Yo, I'm Elmiene, and I am shortlisted for BRITs Rising Star 2025.
And it's funny how things change. All of a sudden we on the same page. Before you came a thought, I dreamed by your luck. Now you really find the way I smile over you came to me.
Light work is about devotion, I would say. A lot of R&B as a genre, it's all about devotion and true feelings and emotions. And all the greatest R&B songs are just about the simple thing of just, okay, I just want to love you. And I was listening to Another Star by Stevie Wonder. It's la 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 la. Da, 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 da. Like the way, the energy, the way it's moving. And I was in Miami and the sun was right and there was a pool outside. I was like, this is it, this is time. I'm gonna make my Another Star. And that's where Light Work came in. I never wanted to be a musician. It kind of just happened. My housemate, she was really into recording acoustic videos. She was like, listen, you sing all the time in the house. She's like, you have to do anything, just sit there, sing like you usually do. I'll record it, cool. And then one of those videos just went viral. And from there, it was people, suddenly there was loads of eyes.
I can take it slow, babe.
That is indeed said viral clip. I hate the word viral. Of me singing D'Angelo's Untitled in front of my dirty, dirty garage in Bournemouth. I had lamb sausages in the oven, on fresh, from Iceland, like yo. Lamb sausages from Iceland were crazy. All I got to do is put this thing in this box, wait 20 minutes, pull it out, and I'm fed. Like, what are you talking about? I'm doing this every day. Housemate Isla came, she was like, I got all this busking equipment. So she had like a little speaker with a mic, and I'd never sang into a mic before. So I was like, this is exciting. Like, what do you mean? She was like, what do you want to sing? I was like, Untitled. Put the thing in with the reverb on, and then sang Untitled.
How does it feel, babe?
Finished it, and then I looked at it, I was like, that was whack. Delete that. That was awful. And she was like, no, like, we should post that. I was like, nah, man, that sucked. Like, whatever. Like, let me go get my sausages. Like, they're probably burnt now. Like, whatever. She posted it. I remember I woke up at 4 a.m., pulled my phone up, opened it, and it was just like, I was like, what's going on? And it had just gone everywhere. It was like, Missy Elliott retweeted. I was like, Missy, what? I was like, what's going on? And then from there, it blossomed. Those first 2 days, my phone's blowing up. Life is still going on as normal. I'm still in Bournemouth. Like, I'm not moving. I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You're like, am I supposed to do something? Am I supposed to call someone? By the next morning, I had like emails from labels like, Sony wants to talk to you on a thing. And I'm like, what? Like, what do you do? What do you do? I'm still here. I still have lamb sausages in the oven. What'd I do?
Someday I want to love like the love I had with you.
Oh yeah, someday, yeah. That's lovely, isn't it? First proper music video. It was in LA and it was really fun. That's what made it more legit. I was like, I'm in Hollywood and I'm shooting like a music video to like one of my songs. I even remember on the day, God, not to name drop or whatever, because he didn't actually say hi at all, which is sad. But right outside, Tyler, the creator, was just hanging about. And like that made it more real. It was really fun, the someday shoot. And especially when I got it back, I was like, this is legit. This is a real thing. I think that's the most beautiful part about music is no matter what I wrote the song about, and I know the context and the meaning behind it, someone else will listen to it and hear something completely different and relate to something completely different in their life. And it goes the same way with visuals, because I know people that are much more visually talented than me, and they'll listen to it and be like, I hear this, and I'm like, this is brilliant. This is amazing. You do that then, like, this is great. I trust that, let's go for that. Because then I can stay in my lane, nerding out over chords and synth sounds, and you can do that. And never the twain shall meet. Please, get away from me.
Someday I want to hold like the way that I held you, no.
Nostalgia is my like best friend and worst enemy all at once. It cripples me as much as it like helps me move on. Right? I get nostalgic over things that happened 5 minutes ago. It's that sort of excessive introspectiveness that helps me get into my music and the way I write lyrics, where a lot of it almost sounds scary, delusional, and surreal, very abnormal. My lyrics are very strange. Like one of my songs, Diane, it's like, what is it? In and now, in a day we are brought. Here in the court of ages. Like, what is the court of ages? I couldn't tell you. But it made sense to me and it just felt right. Like, it felt really right. Holding ground to sustain a belief. Standing here on the dark. What was the next lyric? Corner man by the door keeps his eyes up. Like, who's the corner man? I don't know who the corner man is. But it felt like what I was feeling at that moment about a girl or whatever, I felt like I was being watched by a corner man who was watching the lock. And it all just starts to make sense.
My dreams are dragged.
Oh, what's behind me this time? Oh yeah, tiny desk. Yeah. It's lovely, isn't it? It didn't go in my head until I saw the video, which was a month after. And that is a big problem with things happening so fast, is I've noticed that I don't appreciate things while they're happening. Even this, like, I've not really processed the Brit thing yet. But right now, it's just like, oh, sick, cool. Like, oh yeah, what's next? I'm on tour next week. Yeah, cool, whatever, let me do that. We flew to Washington, where it is, and we had the American tour at the same time. So it was like, we recorded Tiny Desk. And mind you, the Tiny Desk is one take, immediate. And then 20 minutes later, you've done a Tiny Desk. And you're like, oh, great, all right. And then my tour manager, George, is like, all right, we've got to fly to LA now. There was no time to process anything.
Hold my breath up and die, obeying all my life. That is our reality.
My cousins were really the start of my musical knowledge. My older cousins, do you know what I mean? Like T-Pain, they had the Ushers, they had all of that. And I remember the first song that I heard that he played me was 7 Days by Craig David. I heard that, I was like, what is going on? Like, that guitar lick is nuts. And for my like 6-year-old mind, my mind was blown. I was like, what is happening? This is sick. And I just went, I know there's more of this if I go back. I just know there's more. I spent my whole like early child, like teenage years just in that bag. And there was no end to the whole. Like, I just keep going. And I was like, there's more, there's more. There's Stevie, there's Blackstreet, there's Boyz II Men. Do you know what I'm saying? There's like New Edition, Mint Condition, Luther, there's Marvin, there's Donny, there's SWV. And then I go to the 2000s. I'm like, there's Usher, like there's Jagged Edge, Drew Hill, Jodeci. I'm like, ah! By the time I got to do music, when I was like 20, 21, I was still deep in that pocket. And it was only when I got into making music myself that I started listening to music of today.
And we are Tiny Desk. Thank you.
The Brit Award feels very important to me because I'm very much British. I think that's another thing that I get in America. They're always surprised when I open my mouth. At the start, they're like, oh, he's doing a bit. He's doing a funny bit. Like, he's obviously not British. And then I keep doing it and they realize, oh, wait a minute. Like, this isn't a joke. He's real. Like, I'm very much British. The best show ever made is Peep Show. That's a fact. So getting recognized back home is something I need because I want to put Oxford on the map, man. I want to do that. I want to put Sudan on the map, I want to put Oxford on the map. We, as the Brits right now, in the genre have accomplished so much. Since the Soul to Soul days and the Omar days, and like when them lot were doing the thing, they were popping. And then it's just like a drought. You know, Craig did his thing, drought. And then I feel like in the last, like Cleo Soul being just like the mother, the queen of R&B and soul here, just leading the charge. And we've got all these other people going out like bam, 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 bam. It's a really exciting time to be part of British R&B, and I'm really proud of it. And this is just another solidifier, like, yes, we're here, we're from here, and we're just conquering the world.
And I can give you